Assalamu alaikum, dear users, my friends. I'm now going to describe the procedure how to change the gasket, or if you want to open the piston of Tanabe air compressor. The first of all, using an image caution for the use of gasket. Use the cylinder gasket. Valve seat gasket cannot be applied again. Always replace them with the new ones at the time of overhauling and reassembly. So for this, this is telling us that you do not should not use the gasket which already used, or use the gasket new gasket, or original equipment manufacturer OEM, which you have to buy from the Tanabe air compressor. That's the first precaution for the if you are assembling the head. Now the second one. Now the second precaution for the cylinder of this is the view you're seeing from the top plant view of your compressor. So the caution which is giving in the manual is caution for the cylinder head bolt and sunk plug. The sunk plugs, basically you do not have to open the sunk plug, because these are the only plugs which you shouldn't open, and this will not open the head. What is he saying? Let's first read it. Hex socket head cap screw are used as cylinder head tightening bolts. Okay, that's giving us point that Allen bolts are used here and Allen keys should be used. I do not remember what the dimension or what the specification of the key. Allen key mean 9 mm or 12 mm. I will post it later on in the YouTube. And what's the second thing is marked this symbol marked for some plugs, but not cylinder head bolts. Do not take it out at the time of disassembly. You shouldn't open these four, I think four in numbers. Shouldn't open these plugs. Instead, you have to open these bolts 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. This is also a sunk plug. This one also. Now I am giving you the sketch, or the next image you will see only the bolts. Okay, I will remove the sunk plugs, and you can see that in the fashion these are the bolts. If you see it, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 and 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, these are the 16 bolts, and please remember that sunk plugs are different thing and the Allen bolts are different thing. Differentiate before opening the compressor. If you do not, or you have ambiguity about it, please consult with your senior engineer or second chief engineer. In this photo I have removed the sunk plug, and you will see only the bolts, so that it will be easy for you to count the bolts again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, because I'm giving you numbering this, because in this fashion you have to write 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 in the cross fashion. You always type, okay, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Then again tight the bolts. Okay, there are 16 bolts. Thank you. Now what's the question for the cylinder head opening? Cylinder head must not be fully lifted up with the LP valve assembling in it, because there shall be a possibility of dropping down of the stuck valve, which will cause damage and danger. Stuck valve should not be taken out from the cylinder head by applying light striking with the non-metal tools such as wood, or the handle of the hammer is also wood, you can use it, or plastic hammer you can also use. This is the one strainer, is showing the strainer. You will remove the strainer, take out the suction strainer from the cylinder head. Number second, jack the bolts. As you already open up the Allen bolts, lift up the cylinder head by using jack bolts. Okay, and hammer, lightly you will tap the LP wall so that it will not stuck with the cylinder head. Then drive out the LP valve assembly from the cylinder head by applying light striking by handle of the hammer. Do not strike LP valve directly or by hammer or non-metal or metal rod. Okay, okay. You shouldn't strike with hammer and metal tool with the this LP valve, so it will be damaged. If in case you will use a metal tool, only use non-metal or such as wood. Number 4, lift up cylinder head and take out it off from cylinder block. Okay, use the chain block and use wire slings, shackles, de-shackles, and you can easily lift out the cylinder head. That's all. Now this is the image of a compressor, Tanabe air compressor. Already opened up, cylinder head lifted. You can see aft cylinder head is lifted. This is the forward, and this is the aft one, having a piston with a eye bolt will attach here. These are for the water passages. This one, this one, this one, this one, and the bolts. Let's count the bolt here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, this one, 15, and 16. There are 16 bolts which you have to tie with the help of a torque wrench, and you can see the setting of the torque wrench in the manual of the air compressor. These are the pots or pockets for the entry and exit of the first stage and second stage. You can see this is from the second stage, first stage. Okay, and because at this side you have a drain separator, and this is the outlet from the upper stage or second stage. This is the second stage intercooler, second stage cooler. This is the intercooler, first stage cooler. Okay, or you can say first stage cooler. And this is the exit path. You can see the safety valve, relief valve fitted here also. So the first stage compressed here with the help of the compound valve. The air will go into this, then to the separator and intercooler. From the intercooler it will enter into the second stage valve, and from the second stage suction valve it will deliver to the second stage discharge valve, and second stage discharge valve to the intercooler, and the intercooler from here to the head, and the head will deliver the air to this manifold. This is the outlet. This is, you can see cloth is inserted here so that no debris will go inside. This is the cooling jacket, cooling water outlet. Similarly, you have here on this head also. That's all. This is the close view of the aft cylinder, and you can see the holes here. These holes are for the air delivery. These are meant for the air delivery of the first stage. Here you have to attach the eye bolt. Seeing the image of block of the Tanabe air compressor. These are the stud of in which we have to tie the. These are the guides also, basically for the head. M19 19 spanner you have to use for the open up of the nut. These are the cooling after stage cooling outlet, either here outer stage of first or intercooler. This is after cooler because this is at the delivery side, delivery manifold or outlet of the air. This is the holes for the intake or the from the air passes to the first second stage or the intercooler. You can see the valve here of a second stage discharge valve. Okay, and what should I tell you? Yeah, you have to, after removing the piston, you have to check the surface of the liner for the sign of scoring, scuffing or clover leafing. There is a hole here also for the quill lubrication or the lubrication for the first stage of the piston rings, because the second stage lubricate with the help of counterweights. It's splash lubrication. Always use new gasket for the assembly because it will alter the clearance of the between the compound valve and head or the piston top. In this image, this is the compound valve which is removed from the compressor. You can see the o-ring here. This is the o-ring for the first stage of compound valve. This is the area of first stage suction from which the air gets inside the piston by the effect of its vacuum when the piston goes to downward. Then when the piston moves upward, the same air will deliver from these holes of the first stage delivery side. There should not be more carbon deposits here and as well as on these plates. You can see these valve area by removing the filter suction filter cover by introducing light from the top. With the help of torch you can see easily the carbon deposits, but not on the delivery side. You have to remove it to check the carbon deposit at the delivery site. Yeah, you can check the efficiency of the compressor by comparing its previous or past history by running time of the compressor. If there are two compressors on your boat ship, you can compare the time with each other. You can see the carbon deposition, and these lines indicate that these walls sit on the gasket metal side of the gasket. So much carbon on the delivery side. These two ports are the delivery of first stage. Allen bolt, you have to use Allen key for opening of this of compound bolt. These are the counterweights, the cone rod bolt, and the nut. Some numbering here by the manufacturer. As this is the two stage or two unit, the forward unit and off unit, you can see the bolt nuts for the block as well. This is the piston which is removed from the compressor. The head already lifted up, and now the piston is, we are removing it. 1, 2, 3, 3 piston rings and 2 scraper rings. 1, 2, 3 piston rings for the first stage, 3 rings for the first stage, and 3 rings for the second stage of the piston of the compressor. Let's take a closer look. Eye-bolt is attached here with the help of shackle and chain block. We are removing the piston, and what is written here on the cone rod is Tanabe H70. You're not seeing the compressor. We are fitting back all the things. The gasket, which is now on the head or the top surface, we have applied copper slip here, and this is the compound wall. You can use the new compound wall if all the material is destroyed, and or you can use a overall valve.